Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The skies over the Philippine archipelago, long a symbol of hope and resilience, are on the verge of a dramatic transformation. A new era is dawning, one that promises to change the face of Philippine airspace forever. After decades of anticipation and uncertainty, the thunderous roar of modern supersonic jets will once again echo across these storied islands, signaling a powerful return to the skies. The Philippines has made a historic commitment, acquiring a fleet of state-of-the-art multi-role fighters. This is not just a routine military upgrade, it marks a pivotal moment in the nation's defense strategy. This decision goes far beyond a simple purchase. It stands as a bold declaration of the country's readiness to defend its sovereignty, its people, and its vast maritime territory. Picture a sleek, cutting-edge fighter jet, the Philippine flag emblazoned proudly on its tail, streaking confidently over the blue expanse of the West Philippine Sea, a powerful symbol of national pride and resolve. That once distant vision is now within reach, inspiring a new generation of pilots and citizens alike. For far too long, the Philippines lacked credible air defense, leaving its skies and maritime territories vulnerable and exposed. But today, that narrative is being rewritten. The nation is now building the capacity to actively deter threats, to patrol and protect, and to respond with strength, not just to voice concerns or protest from afar. This acquisition represents a monumental leap forward in the country's military modernization program, the culmination of years of careful planning, negotiation, and unwavering political will. Navigating a complex web of geopolitical challenges and budget constraints, the government ultimately chose decisive action over hesitation, prioritizing national security above all else. For the dedicated men and women of the Philippine Air Force, this is the moment they have long prepared for. Finally, the opportunity to command and master true fourth-generation fighters. The arrival of these advanced jets will usher in a new era of professionalism, pride, and morale, elevating the entire force to new heights. It empowers the nation's defenders to safeguard the skies, protect the people below, and ensure peace and security for generations to come. Soon, the Philippine Eagle, majestic and unyielding, will soar freely and fearlessly in its own domain, a living emblem of a nation rising to meet its destiny. These fighter jets are more than just advanced hardware. They're living symbols of national pride, unity, and the enduring spirit of sovereignty. Every time they take to the skies, they remind the world and every Filipino of the nation's resolve to stand tall and independent. For an archipelago like the Philippines, with thousands of islands spread across vast waters, air power is not a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. The ability to patrol and protect distant shores ensures that every corner of the nation remains secure and connected. The arrival of modern fighters restores confidence and security, sending a clear message that the government is fully committed to defending the nation's resources, people, and territorial integrity. It's a visible step forward in strengthening national defense. A credible air force is a powerful deterrent, forcing potential aggressors to think twice before challenging the country's sovereignty. The sight of these jets in formation is a reminder that the Philippines is prepared to defend its skies at any moment. Enhanced air capability not only protects the homeland, but also strengthens the Philippines' position in diplomatic disputes and international forums. It gives the nation a stronger voice and greater leverage on the world stage. This marks a shift from being a passive observer to becoming an active shaper of regional security. The Philippines is now better equipped to participate in joint exercises, respond to emergencies, and contribute to peacekeeping efforts. These jets are an investment in the future, for fishermen who rely on safe waters, for island communities who look to the sky for reassurance, and for generations to come who will inherit a nation that stands strong and secure. Strong defense is the foundation of prosperity and stability. It allows businesses to thrive, families to live in peace, and the country to grow without fear of external threats. By securing its skies, the Philippines creates a safer environment for trade, investment, and development. The presence of these jets reassures both citizens and international partners that the nation's future is protected. This is not about seeking conflict, but about ensuring peace through strength and vigilance. It's a commitment to safeguarding the nation's way of life and the dreams of its people. The Philippines stands ready to protect what is rightfully its own, today, tomorrow, and for generations yet to come. To understand today's significance, we must look back. In the 1960s and 70s, the Philippine Air Force was a regional pioneer, flying advanced supersonic jets like the F-5 Freedom Fighter. These jets symbolized a golden age of Philippine military aviation and national strength. Pilots trained abroad, respected worldwide, projected power far from home. But economic challenges and shifting priorities led to gradual decline. Maintenance became difficult, and the focus shifted to internal security. The supersonic fleet dwindled, and by 2005, the last F-5s were retired. For the first time in decades, the nation lost its supersonic intercept capability. Air defense relied on subsonic trainers, no match for regional powers. The Philippines had lost its wings, leaving a dangerous vacuum in contested skies. The once proud Air Force became a shadow of its former self. The retirement of the F-5s left the Philippines dangerously exposed. Its vast airspace and exclusive economic zone were virtually undefended against high-speed threats. Foreign military aircraft could enter with little fear of interception. Rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea highlighted this vulnerability. Other nations modernized their air forces while the Philippines watched from the sidelines. Without a credible deterrent, diplomatic protests carried little weight. Unidentified aircraft routinely violated Philippine airspace, underscoring the nation's inability to enforce its laws. The armed forces were tasked with defense, but lacked the tools to do so. Subsonic F-A-50s were a partial solution but no match for advanced regional jets. This weakness invited aggression and made peaceful resolution harder. Closing this capability gap became a matter of national survival. Restoring air power meant making a critical choice, selecting not just a fighter jet, but also a long-term strategic partner for the nation's security. The decision would impact the country's defense capabilities, international relationships, and future military doctrine. The contenders were formidable. The American F-16 Viper and the Swedish Saab Gripen, each representing a different vision for the Philippine Air Force. The F-16 offers decades of proven performance, advanced avionics, and deep interoperability with the U.S., a key ally with whom the Philippines shares a long history of military cooperation and joint exercises. It's a powerful, versatile platform, capable of both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions, and it strengthens traditional alliances, reinforcing the country's place within established security frameworks. The Gripen, on the other hand, is designed for efficiency, rapid turnaround, and low operating costs, qualities that fit the needs of an archipelagic nation with dispersed airfields and vast maritime borders. Choosing the Gripen signals a move toward greater strategic independence, with opportunities for technology transfer, local industry participation, and a more diversified defense portfolio. The debate was intense. F-16 supporters valued alliance strength, reliability, and the benefits of established logistics and training pipelines. Gripen advocates highlighted cost-effectiveness, operational flexibility, and the potential for the Philippines to develop its own aerospace expertise. The choice would shape not only the Philippines' defense posture, but also its foreign policy and regional influence for decades to come. Would the nation double down on its U.S. alliance, or diversify its partnerships to build a more balanced and resilient security network? Ultimately, the decision reflects the Philippines' vision for its future, balancing tradition, innovation, and sovereignty. The chosen jet will define the nation's path in the Indo-Pacific, shaping its role in a rapidly changing and contested region. Acquiring jets is just the beginning. Building a total defense system is the real challenge. Pilots and ground crews need intensive training to master these advanced machines. Investment in technical schools, simulators, and continuous development is essential. A robust network of sensors and secure communications is critical for situational awareness. Upgrading radar and data links ensures early threat detection and coordinated response. The jets must be integrated into a larger ecosystem: people, sensors, networks, and weapons. Stockpiling and maintaining advanced munitions is a logistical challenge. Precision-guided missiles and bombs expand operational capability. The true measure of a modern Air Force is this integrated system, not just the jets. The journey to a formidable fighting force has only begun. The future depends on building and sustaining this total defense network. This acquisition marks a turning point, ending an era of vulnerability. For years, the Philippines lacked the means to shape its security environment. The new fighters signal a pivot from weakness to strength. The psychological impact is profound, restoring confidence in the armed forces and the public. It validates the service and sacrifice of the nation's defenders. This is the result of the AFP Modernization Program, a multi-administration effort. Escalating tensions in the West Philippine Sea made action urgent. The MRFs are the crown jewel of modernization, a leap in capability. The Philippines can now engage the region from a position of strength. The new jets provide credible deterrence, not warmongering, restoring balance and stability. By closing this gap, the Philippines makes the region safer for all. New fighter jets do more than boost defense. They strengthen alliances and national pride. A capable Air Force makes the Philippines a more reliable partner in Indo-Pacific security. If the F-16 is chosen, integration with the U.S. deepens, enabling seamless joint operations. In a crisis, shared platforms and training are a strategic advantage. If the Gripen is selected, it opens new partnerships and technology transfer opportunities. This path signals a sophisticated, independent approach to security. Regardless of the choice, the acquisition elevates national pride. It's a symbol of economic progress and renewed self-reliance. The Philippines demonstrates it takes defense seriously, uniting the nation behind a common goal. A stronger, safer, and more respected Philippines is within reach. On August 29, 2025, the Philippines draws a line in the sky. Acquiring multi-role fighters is a statement of national resolve and a new beginning. The path ahead requires commitment and investment, but the hardest step is done. The roar of these jets will be the sound of security for all Filipinos. These aircraft are the new eyes of the Philippine Eagle, guardians of peace and spirit. Modernization is about building a future of confidence, not fear. Strong defense protects prosperity and the nation's way of life. This investment supports a stable, rules-based Indo-Pacific order. The message is clear. The Philippines is rising to meet global challenges. The journey to a modern Air Force has begun, the Eagle is ready to fly, the watch has begun.